Morobe governor disappointed with Morobe's allocation in 2015 budget. Gordon's market vendors apologize to family of slain policemen. And Morobe takes over lead in medal tally.
This is National EMTV News with Tokana Hasavi.
Good evening and thanks for your company. This is Saturday's news. Morobe Governor Naru is disappointed with the allocation of funds in the 2015 budget. He said there has been a reduction of funds for local level governments in Morobe, which will greatly affect services.
Governor Naru expressed his disappointment today regarding the allocation of funds for his province. He said the province has received the budget with mixed feelings. However, his biggest disappointment is with the reduction of funds allocated for the province's 33 local level governments.
I am particularly disappointed with the allocation to the local government councils and specifically in relation to the LLG SIP development grants.
He said although some sectors of the province had their funds beefed up, the LLG's funds were reduced in the budget.
In total, for the past couple of years, we've been receiving annually for our local level governments in terms of the LLG SIP, a total package of 16.5 million. Unfortunately, the disappointing news now is that that has been drastically reduced to 100,000 kina per LLG.
He urged the government to reconsider the allocation of funds, also adding that the government had backflipped on its commitment to empowering local level governments.
The local level government councils, who are in fact the frontline government, representing most of the bulk of our 80% of our population throughout the country. And so in that regard, the cut would drastically affect them in terms of their projections and projects and services for which they have planned for.
He has, however, come up with a strategy to address this issue if nothing will be done to meet the shortfall in funds.
But failing that, and as an option that we have taken as a province from my own province, what I have done is I have got the Provincial Executive Council, our SEMSEWE, and the JPPC, BPC from the province to endorse from our PSIP allocation an amount equivalent to the shortfall that will be denied to the local level governments.
12.2 million kina is what will be missed out by the local level governments of Morobe province in the 2015 budget. And Naru says this will slow down service provision for the people. Judith Kasek, National EMTV News.
Women vendors at Gordon's Market in the nation's capital have expressed their condolences to the family of late Clifford Yambaningi. Clifford, a newly graduated police officer, was stabbed at the market last Thursday and passed away at the Port Moresby General Hospital just a few hours later.
These women are regular sellers at Gordon's Market. This morning they have volunteered to clean up the market and the bus stop area. Using limited resources, the women did all they could to make the place clean. They cleaned up the market and bus stop area in preparation for NCD Governor Powes Pakop to meet with them on Monday and discuss options for the future of Gordon's Market and the bus stop. The market was closed last Friday following the death of a young police probationary constable, Clifford Yambaningi, who was stabbed at the market. 10 days on, and these women have expressed their condolence and sympathy to the family and colleague of the late Clifford.
Mibla magi mouse na talk sorry true long policeman been there and been there long 6 o'clock long afternoon lo outside market na mibla talk sorry true lo isla na mibla by staff na mibla all police family police want mibla by come lo auscribe.
The women dressed in yellow, blue and black, which they have explanations for that.
Meaning blow cape lo me man Meninos blue Mary Blau yeah. Police.
Officer in charge of Gordon's Market, Chief Sergeant Petrina Dikin, called on the government to make urban markets safe for women and girls to sell their produce.
Now me play boom me play clean him the place, me play waiting governor, now big boss belong police na government by come inside lo gardens na talk lo community long one can pass in or like him by come up inside lo gardens.
Quinton Alomp, National EMTV News.
Aces Ventures Limited has been awarded the contract to upgrade and seal the Walium to Usinabundi section of the Madanglay Highway. It took almost a year for the contract tendering process to be completed by the Central Supply and Tenders Board and contract awarded. Managing Director of Aces Ventures Limited and former member for Mudbrick, Gabriel Capris, flew into Port Moresby to sign the contract agreement recently. However, he made a point that the government should look at ways of reducing the number of days. And we'll bring you more local updates coming up after the break. Stay with us. Thanks for your company and welcome back to the news. The perception of police officers' children as undisciplined must change. First Constable Thomas Mange made comments today at the official opening of the McGregor Barracks Sports Tournament in Port Moresby. Such tags don't reflect life and individuals must start to make a change in their communities.
Individuals like First Constable Thompson Mange are many with the heart to touch people's lives and make a difference. The McGregor Police Barracks in the nation's capital is home to officers serving under the Special Services Division, the Mobile Unit and the National Protection Unit. Constable Mange is a new resident and through his observations identified issues that affect children and youth residing within the barracks. Major one is lack of parental guidance. Most officers, especially fathers of those children, spend most of their time outside Port Moresby in areas like mines, attending to their call of duties.
Our fathers are always forever there engaged, okay? So they have no time. They have no time to look after us. So when they are gone, there has to be someone coming up, okay?
Initiating sporting activities is one catalyst that can change attitudes and approaches.
We really want to put that drug thing, that alcohol thing, the long hours thing, the peer group thing, okay? We really want to stop that. That's the basic idea I have, okay? And then promote kids into better thing like sporting. We believe sporting can definitely change the idea, the lifestyle that our kids are living in.
Since the inception of the rugby tournament in the last 3 weeks, it has brought change in the community.
There was no noise. Every after training, they retire to bed. So these are things that we want. I really want to make a little bit of change in the community we live in here.
Round 1 began today with the tournament team promoting a healthy lifestyle, sponsored by Bank 36 Transport Limited.
Bank 36 Limited are pleased to announce that we are committed in sponsoring this competition with the grand final trophy.
Constable Mange and the tournament organizing committee appealed to parents to support their children. Fabian Hakelitz, National EMTV News.
5 prisoners who escaped from the Buka police station lockup must immediately surrender. This is the call from North Bougainville Regional Police Commander Spencer Eiley. One of the 5 who escaped last Friday, 3 are dangerous and pose threats to Bougainville communities. Police said the 2 were convicted for murder, rape, stealing and drug abuse. Families and the general public have been asked to report the escapees' whereabouts. The IBS School Debate Competition has gone regional. Port Moresby will play host to the first ever Melanesian School of Debate Championship next week. The once national debate challenge will involve students from Vanuatu and the Solomon Islands. It was initiated in 2008 and remains focused on developing and empowering young leaders through its academic competitions. It has also received support from various business houses, including provincial governments. The competition is set for the 24th to the 28th of this month and will be held at the Port Moresby Arts Theatre. Manus Province will be the host of the 2014 International Disability Day. Community Development Minister Delilah Gore, while making the announcement, said the department's flagship must be made known to all provinces as a family unit. EMTV's Fabian Hakalitz reports.
Minister Gore made the announcement yesterday in Port Moresby during a conference with development partners. The Community Development Department for the first time has initiated a strategy to celebrate the World Disability Day in different provinces. This year it goes to Manus province.
Celebrating with our children and people living with disabled in that center there on the 3rd of December. That will be in Manus.
Other provinces will also celebrate to advocate on rights of people with special needs as equal citizens of Papua New Guinea. Minister Gore also announced the National Disability Policy review is complete and will soon go before Cabinet. It demonstrates the government's role with development partners and incorporates the direction on pension and national ID card requirements.
Our people are thinking whether this department is in existence, whether the policies are working, or what's really happening. And most of the policies were just hanging everywhere. Now the department is working to put all the policies together to empower the work that we are doing.
Meantime, a musical concert will be hosted on December 16 to raise funds for children and people with special needs. It will be an annual event to support programs carried out by the Community Development Department. Fabian Hakalitz, National EMTV News.
And that's where we end our news segment tonight. Coming up after the break, we will check out the medal tally for the 6th BSP PNG Games in Leh. Stay with us.
Tukai Sports.
It has been a day of controversy in Leh. Officials from the host organising committee changed the competition format for swimming, which resulted in several swimmers being dropped from competition. There were delays in the start of the Rugby Sevens finals due to various issues additionally. But what has come to the fore has been the successful appeal by Team Morobe that saw medals won yesterday by NCD struck out, putting Morobe in the medal tally lead. This is how the medal tally looks like now. Now Morobe leading with 10 gold, 10 silver and 5 bronze, a total of 25 medals. NCD has dropped to second place with 9 gold medals, 11 silver and 8 bronze. Central Province has been tenacious, 9 golds, 9 silver, a total of 20. East New Britain and West New Britain and Western Highlands following closely behind. And you can catch the latest on the medal tally on our Facebook page or EMTV online. Over to rugby, and as mentioned earlier, delays and disagreements marred the start of the finals of the Rugby Sevens this morning as the autonomous region of Bougainville prepared to take on Morobe, Central and NCD. The first match was a thrilling encounter between Bougainville and Central.
The delays, all teams came out onto the field firing away with their best performances all week and certainly challenged each other for the gold medal. In the first finals match, an improved AROB had a slow start in the first half against Central. Central had a number of penalties in their favour and were tactical in their game, using the wing, switching play and running flat, which put them in the lead at half-time 10-0. AROB fought back within seconds of the first half and dominated the field with 70% possession of the ball. In the process of playing catch-up football, Albert Havara and Nathan Baramant placed AROB in a comfortable position, scoring the final and third try for the game. AROB won 15-10. The second playoffs between Morobe and NCD were no different. With the advantage of a dominating home crowd, Morobe built up enough momentum to carry them through to the gold medal finals against AROB as they thrashed NCD 26-0.
Second try for Morobe by number 2.
Lorraine Genya, National EMTV Sports, Leh.
Controversy in the pool as day one for swimmers began at the Coronation College in Leh. Team East New Britain were left out early as changes in the competition format later on in the day before affected the contingent's participation.
These New Brightons, with their 40-man contingent, easily the biggest at the event, were all smiles, regardless of the issues surrounding the competition's delay. With NCD having pulled out at the last minute, it was down to hosts Morobe and main rivals Central to turn up the heat in the pool. 15-year-olds Kimberly Ila and Jean Kapakaupa, the first up, with the Morobe lass blitzing her opponent, who had to be attended to, suffering a collar injury sustained during the butterfly. Another Morobe Central event in the boys 13 and under 100 butterfly, Tangay Langalet of Morobe easily surpassing Garapuano of Central. East New Britain swimmers finally hit in the water, Deborah Matil and Tatiana Tobontubun, making history, being the first from the province in swimming.
I've been training for the last 3 months only, because we don't have a pool in Rabaul. The pool was buried in the 1994 twin volcanic eruption. They're very raw.
Well, day one of action has seen some great competition between Central, East New Britain and of course host Morobe. Well, a slight bit of confusion this morning as well. East New Britain, who had the biggest contingent with 40 swimmers, had found out that 1 or 2 of them weren't allowed to participate. More on that tomorrow once we get words from the officials. But apart from that, there have been tears. There's also been a swimmer earlier this morning. She'd had a dislocated left-hand shoulder. But apart from that, no major incidents over here at the Coronation College, and we're looking forward to seeing some more goals coming from each one of those 3. Jeremy Moggy, National EMTV Sports, Leh.
And in athletics, the track and field events began today. MTV Sylvester Gawi sent this report at 5:30 this afternoon.
Day one of the athletics events have started on a high note with more than 800 athletes taking part in both the track and field events. More than 30 athletes have qualified for the semis on Monday. West New Britain and ECP led in the qualifications, particularly in the 100-meter dash for the men, closely followed by Eastern Highlands, NCD and Bougainville. Jiwaka, where Toya Whistle comes from, has not done well in the first day of events, but may be able to pull through in other events in the coming days. Sylvester Gawi, National EMTV Sports, Leh.
To soccer, and the men's matches have been completed. In Pool A, Manus and Milne Bay have qualified. Milne Bay has the same points as Western Highlands by qualifying for goal difference. In Pool B, Madang won 4 out of 4 matches to top their pool, with East Sepik in second place. New Ireland are first in Pool D, with East New Britain in second place. Until 4 p.m. this afternoon, Morobe was leading in Pool C. Softball great John Kelleo was farewelled in a funeral today at Leh's St. Martin's Catholic Church. Kelleo was the PNG Games Technical Director for softball. He died just before the start of the PNG Games. Those who knew him said his death was a huge loss for PNG softball.
The casket of the late John Kelleo was farewelled by his family members, friends, relatives and the softball fraternity in Leh this afternoon. Late Mr. Kelleo was instrumental in the Leh Softball Association and the development of the softball code in Papua New Guinea. His contributions to softball will be greatly missed by the PNG Softball Federation, including players and colleagues.
By iluwasan may bibla gap long Leh Softball Association. So may tan plaman sa kampran long wal kata over games and bisa kampas range mo kata something no field. Also is like been like starting playing softball. Sebelum been die last 2 seasons. I've been come back, reviving back softball. Softball been come back.
The late John Kelleo from the Manus province was described as a strong man who stood against all odds for the love of softball. He represented PNG in international tournaments, and his 2 sons have also followed on in his footsteps. And in-laws are also softball players.
I mean, one of the man also, Babita for them is you get down to earth, like we can encouraging you when you don't know how to play softball, and by encouraging you, go talk to you and make sure that you can also like good play softball.
His family team, Admiralty Marlins, are champions in the Leh softball competition. In his respect, softball matches were deferred in the last couple of days and are likely to begin next Monday. The softball community is mourning the loss of a true sportsman who has committed most of his life to a sport he values the most.
Sylvester Gawi, National MTV Sports, Ley.
And True Kai Sports ends on that note. The weather details coming up after the break. Stay with us.
True Kai Sports. True Kai Sports.
Looking at the weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow in southern region, fine weather in Naru, a few showers in Poponeta. In Momase, thundery showers expected in Ley City, showers in Madang. In the New Guinea Islands, fine weather in Lorengau as well, thundery showers in Kimbe and Buka. And lastly, in the Highlands region, all centres brief showers, then morning fog. Well, that's been the news this evening, including the sports and weather. On behalf of the news team, I'm Tokana Hasavi. Thanks for your company. You take care and stay safe. Good night.